So many young people are doing something, but how many young people are intentionally doing something? Not because they want to, be part of the, oh, she's an entrepreneur, she's a CEO, that's it, CEO, that's the word, but much more, why are you doing what you're doing?
Many entrepreneurs will tell you that it's very hard raising money for their project. My own program, Ogun Business Summit, I was able to raise more than 500,000 naira. Not loan.
The voting will start soon, so get ready to vote for your amazing entrepreneurs. I'm not campaigning for anybody right now. I'm not campaigning.
Hello everyone, good morning and welcome to Business Connect, brought to you by 100 Talk for your business success.
Good morning everyone. Hope everyone is excited this morning. We're here again with Business Connect. Business Connect is here every Wednesday by 9 a.m. I hope you're excited for today's episode. Today we have a very special episode. Firstly, if you don't know what Business Connect is all about, Business Connect is that highly engaging and highly stimulating radio show that brings together an online audience with a radio community of entrepreneurs. Also, every week we have different amazing entrepreneurs to just share their journey and their story with us. Last week we had Oladimeji of Softcom, the business manager of Softcom SME. He told us a lot about how to do business with ease with some products of Softcom like Quick Sell, Use Form, AOO, and a lot was learned last week. So if you joined us last week, hope you're really using that information. Right now, today we have a very special episode. We have the International Youth Day edition, and today we have three amazing guests. We have some nominees of the 25 Under 25 awards for 2021. We have some randomly selected nominees to just tell us their story and share their journey, how they got nominated, and even everything about youth empowerment. So do join us. We're going to go on a short break and join us after the break when we speak to our amazing people. Today we have with us, let me just introduce the wonderful guests. Today we have with us Shina Ajoye of the education category. We have with us Doyinsola Okunola as well of the fashion category. So do stay with us and will join us after the break. Hello, good morning and welcome back to Business Connect. If you're just joining us for the first time, do stay with us. Business Connect is very engaging and we speak to different entrepreneurs every week to learn about their story and their experience with entrepreneurship and doing business in Nigeria. Today we have a very special episode. We have the International Youth Day edition, and the theme for this year is Youth Innovation for Human and Planetary Health. We have some amazing randomly selected nominees of this year's 25 Under 25 Leadership Program, and they're going to be speaking to us and telling us about their journey. We have with us Shina Ajoye. He is a certified project manager. We also have with us Doyinsola Okunola. She is a growth and brand enthusiast and also and she also owns a fashion brand. So I'm just going to go straight to speaking to my amazing guest this morning. How are you guys doing?
Very well, Pelumi.
Fine.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Very well.
All right. So Shina, just tell us more about yourself. Okay. Introduce yourself to us.
Okay. I'm a certified project manager. I'm a certified personal brand strategist. I'm a certified trainer. I'm a leadership and business strategist too. I've been doing this for the past 7 years of my life, and the reason why I actually went into this career space is because I discovered that in my area where I stayed before, I noticed that a lot of youths are having issues leading a very productive life. Many of them are living directionless life. They're just doing things by the reason of what they see in the environment. Pardon me to say this, I stay very close to African Shrine, not to spoil any brand, but I see a lot of people live in a way that is not actually productive. They do things that they don't actually think about. Many people go into a relationship without thinking of the dangers of going into early relationship. Many of them don't want to go to school. They don't want to go to school because they feel that it's better to get money very quickly than to go through the process, develop yourself mentally and psychologically to earn and to have to acquire earning skills. So the journey started some few years ago. So I've been doing this for the past 7 years, and I've been able to lead very reputable projects. Talk of Ogun Business Summit, we did that July 2nd and 3rd last month. and we're able to have the essay to the governor in youth and sports. We're able to have Etayo Akialabi. We're able to have Olubumi Fabanwa. We're able to have Elizabeth Oladipo, and these very reputable personalities. We're able to talk about different areas where people are having challenges with their business in Ogun State. We addressed a lot of key subjects like how they could navigate the entrepreneurial journey. Because entrepreneurship is different from any kind of career.
Yeah, definitely.
So many people, because they see the social media buzz of many successful entrepreneurs, they see the cars, the flashy cars, the publicity, the fame. They believe that entrepreneurship is very easy, but there should be an orientation for would-be entrepreneurs, that's aspiring entrepreneurs, on how they can navigate that career. So we actually dealt with that. We also taught them on how they can raise grants and raise funds. Many entrepreneurs will tell you that it's very hard raising money for their projects. My own program, Ogun Business Summit, I was able to raise more than 500,000 naira.
Oh, wow.
Not loan. I was able to raise more than 500,000 naira, and so we're able to talk about these things to them, teach them on all these areas. I was able to talk about how they can also build a reputable brand in the and build a business that will reflect the trends of entrepreneurship in a global environment. Forget the fact that you are in Nigeria, where we have a lot of struggles in terms of policies, unstable
policies and all that.
Infrastructure. You are going to work, you are reaching work by 10 o'clock, and your customers have really come to your work environment. They didn't meet you there and all of that. So it's been a struggle though, but we've been able to enlighten a lot of people.
That's amazing. That's so amazing. You're definitely doing so much, and just being under under 25, right?
Yes.
Okay, that is amazing. So Doyinsola, just tell us a bit about yourself.
Hi everyone. Hi Pelumi. Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me. Okay, so
a pleasure.
Getting to know me more, for those who are just listening who probably have not met me one-on-one, my name is Doyinsola, like Pelumi said earlier. I'm a growth and brand enthusiast. So now let me just take a little bit into my story. I think first off, for every individual, for every person on earth, one thing that is really essential is to discover yourself. And it's at that point of discovery you understand where you actually want to plow or what route you want to take. And I think for me, that journey started when I was a teenager. So you get to know that, okay, I want to do this, I want to go into education, I want to go into fashion, I want to go into agriculture, whatever the case may be. So now, for me, I started that journey as a teenager, and then getting to start a brand that is into fashion. So starting a brand for fashion necessarily did not have to do with making money or getting a name or something. There's something about fashion. It is discovering your voice and letting that reflect in the kind of fashion sense that you have. And yes, I must really acknowledge that Shina has a very good what would I call it, CV.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
then again, like I said earlier, one thing that's really important is identity and discovering yourself. And for me, for everybody that gets to talk up, that gets to interact with my brand, that's my label. One thing I like to communicate is you need to find yourself and don't be lost in the crowd. Don't say because everybody's an entrepreneur, everybody has a brand you're running, you also want to have a brand you're running. You need to find your voice, understand your voice, and then that would help you relate it to the outside world, basically. And then another thing I'd like to add is for many young people that we have, in fact, Nigeria's population mostly are youth. We have over 50% of youth in Nigeria, and this year's theme is just everything, because one thing I've come to realize is this International Youth Day celebrated across the world, they pick on different sectors. So last year they picked on politics, 2019 they picked on education, and this year they're talking about health. So now, it will still take me back to how I started, identity. I mean, if you don't find yourself, you will not know how you can properly harness what you've found into the country you're in. I mean, if you're a young person in Nigeria and you don't know how to actually use your voice to speak to different sectors in the country, then there's a problem. So I like the fact that we're talking about planetary health today, and I look forward to having more conversation here on the show.
All right, amazing. You guys have so much amazing bios, really. I'm just going to go straight to asking, how did you get nominated for, 25 under 25 awards? What is it you think that actually stood out for you to be nominated? What do you think?
Let me just compliment what you also said. Let me also say that she also has an amazing bio too. Yeah, because I learned something early in life from my mentor and my role model, Ajoye. said that whatever you appreciate, we appreciate. If Nigeria, if we have people celebrating more youth today, if we celebrate ourselves more in this country, I feel that we'll do more better. Because that's gratitude that people have, somebody has shown to you, will give you more inspiration
to go the extra mile.
Imagine you did something very small. Maybe you are into design of jotters and all of that. You did that very small, and somebody saw that thing and said, "This is excellent. Do it better." No, that little word it may not even buy from you. Will actually propel you to go the extra mile.
Yeah.
And back to what she also said about purpose. For me, my purpose in life is to raise leaders to make significant difference in all spheres of life. And I'm leading, I started an NGO, Difference Makers Center. Now it's a full-fledged personal training development center that's established to raise effective, responsible, and accountable leaders to make significant difference in corporate environments, societies, and nations at large. So that's my own core purpose. So everywhere I go, I make sure that this resonates. People feel that energy of impact. So if I meet you today, there must be a residual of difference-making mindset in your life. So when you go outside, there's something that differentiates you from others.
Yeah.
So it may not be that you are doing something super exceptional, but somebody that met you some few months ago is seeing you again and saying that there's something unique about you. What have you done? Did you go somewhere and all of that? So that's my own personal mindset. And because of that, I've been able to build that resume in my own school environment and the state as a whole. And because of that purpose, I've been able to meet very notable people on the platform of gold. Talk of honorables, like I know the Honorable Commissioner of Industry, Trade and Investment for Ogun State, and very pleasant and very, very approachable mother of mine. And it's so for me being nominated to the 25 and 25. Let me just mention I was also nominated last year.
Oh.
Yes, it's because I have, number one, I'm very keen into my purpose. And I've been able to build a network of people that believe in what I do. So when I say that, okay, next
building a network of people that believe, I think network, that's very key. Yeah.
And
building a network of people that
talking about network, you see, I feel that what you need from somebody out there, you can get through somebody. I was telling somebody that if you want to invite someone like Pastor Adeboye to a conference, it's always say, it's impossible, it's a lie, you can't invite him. I said, you just need one person. Just need one person. I'm able to invite people that I would normally not invite. Imagine bringing Akanabe to your program. It was seemingly impossible at first, but I met somebody that knew PE. Imagine I was like blockheaded and I was saying that I'm already a success as a person, and to God be the glory, I'm a success, but I'm still in the process. I would not have actually exploited that opportunity through networking.
One of those days, I just found SME 100. I'm like, what is SME 100? And then I checked the page and then I saw 25 under 25. I'm like, wow, girl, you're at this age. Utilize this. So I sent that link to so many of my friends. I mean, for me, okay, so some people might be in this fear of my kind of person where you don't necessarily like to put yourself out there. But sometimes you just have to like eat that frog and do it, So I had to like just say, you can do this. So I sent the link to so many of my friends and then they actually recommended, nominated and all of those things. And yes, I'm here. So now I'm going to say two things. I think we should actually embrace social media and don't look at, we look at the odds too much in this part of the world. We're like, this thing is this thing is bad. But then what about the positive sides? So for me, social media, searching things on Instagram, brought me here, made me realize that there's something called SME 100. That's number one. Number two is your network. I mean, if I don't have a network of people that actually believe in what I do, I mean, I have a group of amazing friends. I'm shouting out to them stylishly here. And then I have like an amazing connection in my church, actually. So I sent this particular link to all of them, and then all of them sent in, nominated, and then, I mean, it's been amazing.
Amazing. That's so great. I mean, our time is just really running really fast. So, I would love to really spend more time with you guys and just talk, and because I can see that there's so much knowledge. There's so much knowledge in the room. But yeah, I just wanted to ask, what does International Youth Day actually mean to you? Let me start with you, Doyinsola. What does it mean to you? Because as a youth, 25 under 25 entrepreneurship leadership program is structured to appreciate entrepreneurs under the age of 25 doing amazing things in the industry, and it's such an amazing initiative. I would say it's just at the end of the day, when you're nominated, even if you don't even win the award, the fact that you're nominated is like somebody is recognizing that you're doing something impactful in your own space. So it's such an an amazing opportunity to actually bring out entrepreneurs and bring out young people, to motivate young people to do a lot more in their industries. So with the International Youth Day, what does that actually mean to you as a youth entrepreneur?
Thank you, Pelumi. So I'll start off with this. When I was in primary 6, we normally do social studies, and then there's this particular person that has been the richest person in Africa, like since I was in primary 6, and that is the amazing Aliko Dangote, right? So now he's obviously an entrepreneur. So it started off with something, and then he started building other things on what he started off with.
Yeah.
So where am I headed? I realized that so many young people in Nigeria have businesses, have brands. And when I saw the requirements for this 25 under 25, there was something about having a registered business, which is one of the required, requirements exactly to be a part of this, to be nominated, right? So my point now is International Youth Day across the world, in as much as the world is made up, or Nigeria is made up of young people of over 50% population. I would not discount the fact that so many young people are doing something, but how many young people are intentionally doing something, not because they want to be part of the she's an entrepreneur, she's a CEO, that's CEO, that's the word, but much more. Why are you doing what you're doing? I think the question that we should always have at the back of our minds is, what is your why? So now, speaking to International Youth Day, I just wanted to hammer that before I go to the International Youth Day. At the end of the day, when they say we're leaders of tomorrow, I mean, the leaders of tomorrow we've been hearing since primary 6. We're actually here, right? So
it's our turn.
It's our turn. So
it's our turn to be leaders.
This is the time for us to actually take the bull by the horn and then actually do these things. And it's not just segmented. It's not just education. It's not just fashion. It's not just finance. I mean, holistically. So if we have a young person under 25 that is doing brilliantly well in their own sector, I mean, why not celebrate them? So I think the way we can celebrate International Women's Day, the way we can celebrate International Friendship Day, I think it would be good to actually recognize young people, see the efforts they're putting into what they're doing, and then, I mean, letting them fly.
Amazing. I'm just taking so much from wow. I mean, I wouldn't want to ask for your ages, but I mean, you're under the age of 25, right? So that is amazing, So do you want to? Yeah. So
that would be hard to really meet up with. Nice one, doing. Yeah. I feel it's just a clarion call to all youth in Nigeria and across the world to, first and foremost, have a self-introspection into themselves to see the talents they have. I feel that everybody's gifted one way or the other. Nobody is better than each other.
Yeah.
And the earlier we recognize it, the better for us. When we recognize this, we'll be able to find an interdependence within ourselves.
Yeah.
It's one of the challenges we have, I'll continue to mention it, among youths and among, especially in Africa as a whole, is that when people see other people successful, they see it as a threat to their personality. Yeah. And that's insecurity will not let them flourish as a person. When you see somebody flourishing, it's about to acknowledge that fact and respect that person. You get what I'm trying to say? That person has been able to do what you have not been able to do. When you respect that person, you'll be able to leverage and also think about how you can do that. Instead of you saying, instead of you rubbishing that person's hard work or progress over a period of time. So I feel that this is a time for us as youths to find our voice, find what you can do as a person in this time. Because I feel that you shouldn't be waiting for the world or the environment around you to dictate what you want to do as a person.
Yeah,
what you should dictate that is what is inside you. You should find your voice, find your potential. Now that thing also is, I don't know why youth are not really celebrating this. When we did International Women's Day, I was on Instagram, I'm only seeing different videos and hashtags, and I don't know why youth are not seeing themselves as a productive part of any population. I feel that we're the most productive part because we have the energy, we have the vibe, we have the intellect. People are really creative. You see what people are doing. Creative. When I came in here, I saw this tire and this recycled material. Yeah. I know a lot of youths that are doing recycled
tires with chairs.
Yes, I'm studying environmental management and my finals. So I know this space very well, waste management. I see a lot of youths doing these stuffs. why not celebrate yourself, saying I'm able to do this and all of that on Instagram, social media.
Amazing,
So,
amazing. Thank you so much. I wish I could just go on and on with you guys. You guys have been amazing. I'm so you've made so much effort, and I'm commending. Shino came all the way from Abeokuta this morning, and he was here. Maybe 30 minutes or an hour. That's worth celebrating. Thank you so much for joining us, Shino and Doyinsola. Do stay with us. Watch out for all the information about the 25 under 25 awards on all our social media handles at SME 100 Africa, at 25 under 25 as well. There's so much. The voting will start soon, so get ready to vote for your amazing entrepreneurs. I'm not campaigning for anybody right now. I'm not campaigning, but have an amazing day. My name is Pelumi Folorunsho. I've been your host for today, and see you next week on Business Connect, where we talk business. Bye.
Bye.